Hey, good morning guys. Shoplife video number 22. I guess some of you may have noticed I didn't make one yesterday. Sorry about the shaky cam here. So after 4 or 5 days of rain, hard rain, pretty much every day, we got like 5 days here. It's going to be close to 90 degrees, right at around 90 degrees and full sun. No cloudiness, no raining, no nothing. Anyway, you can see we got water, obviously. And I just wanted to talk about the last video where I was complaining about, the comments about the, all right, so anyway, guys, sorry, I got distracted. I was going out to the barn to get some steel for the Metalwork Monday project, and thought I'd just make my video here, and I got some black stuff on my face where I was picking that up, but, anyway, it's a nice sunny day, man. Look at that sun and just nice outside. Gonna head back over to the shop now, but to finish up on what I was working on. But I just wanted to say, the last video I made about the comments about the property draining, most of you had good, thoughtful comments, and I appreciate those. But if you're gonna make a comment and then I say, hey, you don't really have all the information, and your suggestion is not valid because you don't have the foundational information to be able to make that on, don't argue with me about it. Don't keep going back and forth. And there was only a couple people that did that. But if you just, like Velvet Hammer, some other guys that, well, first of all, if you have expertise in excavation work and landscaping and, that kind of thing, well, that's great, and I definitely want to hear from you. But if you're randomly throwing out comments, it's just like, really, come on. I'm making these videos just to kind of, clearly I am not doing this for any monetary value because, for those creators out there that make these kind of videos, that there's not any money being made to do this. It's just, it's just not. It's a lot of extra work and comments and all that. And I'm just sharing, I just thought I'd take you guys along. And, there have been a lot of helpful things that have been brought up and mentioned, and I appreciate those. But don't get so aggressive and argue with me if I am not doing what you are suggesting. I'm reading all the comments. I'm taking anything you say under advisement. But, well, first of all, you could pick any topic and go look at the comments, and there's like 16 different options, and people that, that one person will say, hey, do this, and another person will say, do the exact opposite. So which is it, and at the end of the day, I have to make the decision because I have to live with it. So anyway, I'm not trying to rant. I appreciate, I definitely want your feedback and want your comments. And if you see something, just offer it up and just know that I might take it or I might not, but you can't come on here and argue with me about stuff. I'm not looking to get into a debate and defend and explain why I'm not doing something, and anyway, enough about the rant. And this is Metalwork Monday kind of underway right here. This is Sunday, and I got a start on it and working on it. And this is the dolly thing I'm making to be able to get that unloaded, but more importantly, get the milling machine unloaded. And you can kind of see what, so this is a 3 by 3/4 inch wall tubing that's, 2 side runners with 4 600-pound casters on each one. So each one of these will support 2,400 pounds. And then in the middle, I got this cradle, that dips down to within 1.5 inches of the ground, that's going to go across and then connect to the other one, and the machine will sit in there. This is upside down, so it would go over that way. So I know many people mention, again, it's the same thing. When I made the video asking about this, I asked about, do you guys think this will be strong enough? And not one person said that will be strong enough or it won't be. What you did was you gave me 16 or 18 other options, to consider. Everything from a pallet jack to, machine skates to, and they're good. It's good things to think about. But again, when you make these recommendations, you don't have all of the variables and all the input into play. One of them being the height of that ceiling, and the machine I've got to get is 92 inches tall. And this door opening right here is, not much more than that. So, some of the options aren't even an option because I've got to get this thing down, you know, where the machine is sitting before it starts to enter the building. It's got to literally be sitting on the ground. Okay, so anyway, I don't mean to sound frustrated, but some of this stuff is just like, and I know a lot of people have the best of intentions of it in mind, but when I'm watching other people's videos, some people I pay great attention to and watch everything they do, and it's almost like I'm there and I have a really informed idea of what they're trying to do. Other people, I just sort of, you know, drop by a little bit, kind of see what they're doing, but I am in no position to offer them anything because I haven't watched all the videos on it. I haven't watched every single step. I don't know all the variables and what, you know, could or couldn't work. So I don't offer anything to them. Definitely do not. So, and I think I open myself up to a lot of extra criticism and things because I do ask for input and I do consider a lot of input where a lot of people don't, you know. And so anyway, I'm really trying not to rant about this, and but you can tell it's starting to wear on me a little bit. So if you have good insight and it's well informed and you know all the information, great. I love to hear it. I appreciate it, really do. If you don't, you know, then and it's half baked and it's half, well, I think I'll just do this, really. Then, you know, just, you might want to keep it to yourself. Anyway, I'm going to stop now because every time I try to just get on a serious topic, I start ranting again. The main thing I was going to ask, and what I asked in the previous video is, so this center bar right here is going to be 36 inches long, which is a lot of span, and that's 14 gauge 2-inch tubing. I am going to put a fish plate gusset of some kind on this joint, and then there will be another 3x3 tube connecting, you know, that, and then this end right here will be open so that the machine can come up in there. You know, is that going to support 2,400 pounds with a 3-foot section of this going across? That is the question. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate it. Again, I don't mean to rant, and it's not directed, you know, at everybody out there. It's just a few individuals that are just, whew, man, give it a break, give it a chill, you know. But if you're one of my regular guys that are commenting all the time, and you know, and we've had a history of going back and forth, we're good, you know. So don't worry about it. I'm not singling you out. Thanks, guys.